Hey guys, TJ Banski here, coming at you from the Pacific Northwest, and I'm here to talk about the gratitude attitude. So, I developed this gratitude attitude probably a few years ago, and getting into that mindset of being thankful and gracious and appreciative for the things that have happened to me in the past, whether they were good things or bad things, but trying to figure out what I was grateful for and why. For me, I stumbled on having those horrible days where you stumble out of bed, you trip on something, or you wake up to a car alarm, or you wake up to sirens blaring, things that all of a sudden just trigger in your head and you're just like, why is it happening to me right now? Different times when you think you're having a good day and all of a sudden it switches when you get a bad customer at your window if you're working in customer service, or a bad phone call, things like that. But it doesn't have to be that way. It's always a change of perspective. So one of the things that I try to do is when I stumble upon those moments where it feels like the day is going to turn over, it's going to switch over to that horrible day, or that feeling of doubt, or any of those feelings, I just take a breath. I take a deep breath in and out and just let it go. Sometimes that helps. A lot of times I have to really just kind of put myself in a different perspective. So I look at it differently. Second way of doing that is to look at it a little bit differently. So this person may be having a bad day. They're coming up to my window and they're wanting something, and really they're upset about what's happening in their circumstance. It does not mean that they are mad at me, but they're mad at their circumstance. So I try to remove myself from the situation and just be empathetic towards that person. Hey, I'm sorry you're having a bad day, or hey there, how are you doing today? I hope it gets better. Anything to change their mindset seems to help me realize that it's not happening to me, it's just something and an opportunity for me to help that person. Another thing that I try to do is I try to learn from that situation. So if it was, say, dealing with a bad customer, or having to, hear bad news or something like that, how do I learn from this situation? How do I make it better? Are some of the questions that I ask on how to, tailor it so that I am, one, changing my perspective, and two, learning from it, and what are the steps that I can make it better. So one of the, trials and tribulations that I was going through was just trying to figure out how to create that great customer experience even though they weren't having a good day. Basically, for me, it was taking that step back and then realizing, hey, it wasn't directed towards me, it was directed toward the policy that had changed. So then how do I present that a little bit better so that the client is happier about that? It's just all about how I am perceiving that and how I am learning from that experience. So again, it's just kind of switching that perspective, maybe tailoring my words a little bit differently, enunciating and being confident that, hey, it's the policy change, and how can I present this a little bit better? For every experience, I feel like you can have a sense of gratitude, being thankful for that little moment. It could be as precious as going on a road trip with your best friends, or heading to the beach, feeling the wind in your hair, smelling the saltwater sea. It could be drinking that hot tea and having your favorite movie on that you could watch, or listening to your favorite songs. Just little simple moments like that bring such great perspective and a great sense of happiness into that moment. And it doesn't have to be, in every waking moment, although I think it should be. I think in a way we should try and find something to be grateful for every day. For me, it's moments like this where I can be real with the audience and just talk about what's going on with my mind. Or it's those moments when I'm cuddling up with my black cat Ziva and we are reading a book together, or we're watching a movie. It's those simple moments that seem to help make life a little bit easier. I close with this. What is something that you're grateful for today? What is something that you appreciate or need to appreciate more? Leave a comment down below, and hey, don't forget to subscribe. I have some links down below, my Patreon page and my blog, if you guys want to check those out as well. Thanks again for tuning in, and TJ Banski out.